So there is
Your
Dzianis
judges at ringside
SALOTSKIKH,
are from
25
Algeria,
years of age,
China,
over
Cuba,
in that red corner.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Iraq.
His opponent is the man from Papua New Guinea, the 31-year-old Allan Aukoae.
Round one.
So we're underway then. 57-kilogram featherweight action in the round of 32, an all-southpaw affair between boxers from Belarus and Papua New Guinea. The man wearing red is Dzianis SALOTSKIKH, 25 years of age, part of a 5-strong Belarusian boxing team, competing in his third consecutive World Championship tournament. Good right hook to the body by the southpaw wearing blue, and that is Allan Aukoae. His professional record to the ring. He made his debut in December 2024. His last contest was in July, and he's been match tough. His first 3 contests were all against undefeated boxers. He secured his first win last time out against an opponent who was 7-1. Competed in the Commonwealth Games in 2022 at 57 kilograms. He was a 2023 Pacific Games silver medalist. So good right hand slung into the body by Aukoae. Bobbing and weaving exaggeratedly in front of his man is SALOTSKIKH. Creeping him back towards the ropes and lands with a good southpaw right hook, but Aukoae fires straight back. So Aukoae looking to establish his longer right jab. Both men landing shots during the course of that trade-off. And he's keen to show the referee that they're not the man doing the holding. Kept the attack going with a 3-shot combination, and the final right jab did get through off the right, left, right salvo. Both men have been spoken to repeatedly about keeping their head up, presenting different angles by circling around the clock face. Is SALOTSKIKH. Oh, that's a beautiful counter right hand out of the southpaw stance by SALOTSKIKH. Made his man miss and then made him pay. Now we've talked about the fact that he's been spoken to repeatedly about keeping his head up, and Dzianis SALOTSKIKH has been docked a point for failing to keep his head up. There's a wonderful reverse 1-2, left cross, right jab from Aukoae. Both men digging hard shots into the body. Dzianis looking for the right hook downstairs, but Aukoae meeting him with straight shots of his own. Good left cross from Dzianis, countered immediately by a backhand from Aukoae. Cracking backhand once again from Dzianis, the final scoring shot of the round. A terrific round filled with two-way action and incident, because Dzianis SALOTSKIKH has been docked a point for failing to keep his head up. Very close round indeed, where the two southpaws each enjoyed success in their preferred territory. Cracking left cross and the reverse 1-2 from Dzianis, but then straight shot from Aukoae was countered immediately by a lead right hook. Wonderful skill in evidence from both boxers at the end or during a very competitive round, and it's Zalotsky, who has taken it on a 3-2 split.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So straight away, both men sprinting out to center ring and looking to stake a claim to ring center. Beautiful left cross once again from Zalotsky. And it's two-way action once more. First and third boxing from Zalotsky. It's given the better of that exchange because OAIKE enjoyed success in it as well. He goes reaching for the left cross once again. Didn't quite take his feet with him, and that's why they momentarily came off the canvas. So can the taller figure, Allan Aukoae, just draw his man in onto one of those shots, because that was rather telegraphed and easily evaded that roundhouse southpaw left. And again, Zalotsky has been spoken to in no uncertain terms about keeping his head up. There's a cracking right hook, just catching Aukoae as he sought to get himself out of the pocket. Real game of cat and mouse, this one. Disruptive right jab from Aukoae has brought about a standing count for Zalotsky. Zalotsky can't believe it because he thought he had success during what was a trade-off at center ring, but his leg came off the canvas, the referee intervening immediately and issuing a standing count. Now again, in Olympic-style boxing, that will not necessarily result in a 10-8 round. And for a big backhand was Aukoae. But Zalotsky was the most surprised person here at the arena, because he thought the count was going the other way. But it has been issued against him. But again, there's still lots of time left, and we've seen rounds where a count is given and that boxer can still take a share of the round, or indeed win the round in IBA 3-round boxing. This was in the pros, it would probably be an automatic 10-8 round. Assuming, of course, he sent the man to the floor, because standing counts don't exist in the pros. It's becoming rather untidy now, and Aukoae perhaps just losing his distance a little bit, smothering his own work, and you can see the height and reach advantage that he possesses. There he scores with a good jab to the body on the resumption. Tries to bring the right hook upstairs, but his left cross becoming a little bit circuitous now. It's coming around rather than shooting straight down the middle, and now it's Allan Aukoae's turn to get a point deduction for not keeping his head up. So the point deductions have cancelled out one another. There was a point off in round 1 for Zalotsky, point off in round 2, each for the same infringement, and there's the bell to conclude the round, a round where I happen to think that the man in red did the better work despite taking a standing count. And again, in IBA style 3-round boxing, that won't necessarily mean that he's lost the line, he's lost the round. But it was incredibly tight, but having said all that, how closely will the judges consider the knockdown? And that's when he was heading back to the corner, thinking the count was going the other way. And look at that, it's Allan Aukoae who has taken the second round. So we are absolutely deadlocked. 19 points apiece for all 5 scoring judges as we head into the final stanza.
Seconds out. Your third and final round.
So we move into the third and final round, and this contest has been compacted into a 3-minute shootout because the bobbing, weaving figure, Dzianis Zalotsky, edged the first round on a 3-2 split, and he's taken a standing count now because of a beautiful southpaw shot that caught him as he was looking to load up. So we've had a point deduction each way. We've had a standing 8 count each way. There's absolutely nothing between these two boxers. And that's including on the scorecards, because each of them were all square, 1 point apiece, 19 points apiece with 3 minutes remaining. left hand was a successful shot for Allan Aukoae. Zalotsky just looking to draw that lead that he can counter. Big swing and a miss with the right hook from Allan Aukoae, and again he's got to maintain his shape and his control of distance here. So can Aukoae is back towards the ropes. He's taking 2 right hands in a row, followed by a left hook on the inside. He digs down to the body to show the referee and indeed his opponent that he is still very much in the contest here. There's another right hand which snaps his head back. He's got to get out of this confined position in the neutral corner. Bit of a forearm went in from Zalotsky, and he's roughing him up on the inside. Now Zalotsky can't push down on the head. Aukoae has got to try and keep his head up. Inaccurate with the right-left combination as he gets his way out of the corner. Aukoae leading off with the right-left combination, but was inaccurate. Can he draw the man onto the southpaw left? Rather telegraphing these combinations as cuffing punches getting through on the inside. Oh, that's a wonderful shot from Zalotsky. Corkscrew right hand followed by a hook around the corner. Allan Aukoae looking to counter. Oh, he's waiting too long and he's picked off by a southpaw backhand. Allan Aukoae can see he's trying to lure his man in, draw him on to his own work. Breaking the deadlock and landing with a successful body shot is Zalotsky. And I just think that this one's slipping away from Allan Aukoae because I'm not sure he's been busy enough. And with just over 20 seconds remaining, the man who has perhaps produced a more eye-catching work in what has been a very cagey round once again. Here's a good left hand which got through the defenses of Zalotsky from Aukoae. But has he done enough in this round? Looking to fire out the check right hook. Inaccurate on his forward foray. And I happen to think the man in red has done enough to nick that by virtue of the final round. But what say the 5 scoring judges? There is absolutely nothing between these 2 boxers. We had a point deduction each way, each man penalized for not keeping their head up. There was a count each way, one against Zalotsky, much to his surprise in round 2. And then one against Aukoae in round 3. And after Zalotsky edged the first round 3-2, it was Aukoae who edged the second round by the same score. But I think the man in red, Dzianis Zalotsky, did the far better work in the final round, and Aukoae perhaps guilty of waiting just a little too long. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, on ring B, your winner by unanimous decision, in the red corner representing Belarus, Dzianis Zalotsky.
So Dzianis Zalotsky taking the final round unanimously. That's how tight the scoring was. Remember, it was level pegging going into the third and final round. Each man deducted a point as well. And so it is Dzianis Zalotsky who goes through to face off against Siguela in the round of 16 in the men's 57 kilogram featherweight division. Some of the action from the contest, and that was a really prominent punch for Zalotsky. Found the range consistently with his right jab in the third round. Aukoae perhaps waiting just a little too long with his attempted counters. And it's Zalotsky who goes through.